How's it going, everyone? It's me, Vivi, and yes, we are finally back to some Sly Cooper. I know, with all of the Kingdom Hearts 3 hype this past week, I left behind Sly Cooper and all that kind of stuff. So we're back, don't worry. So recently I commissioned an artist over on DeviantArt who goes by the name BlueStripedRenulian. I did mention this user once before when I showed you this art of Ratchet wielding a keyblade, which looks sick by the way. Mentioning this user, what did I ask her to create? Something I've always talked about on this channel countless times. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. No, like seriously, I lost count as to how many times I've talked about Clockwerk. So this is episode I lost count. Let's call it that. So my channel's already turning into a meme. I know, that's okay, it was bound to happen.
I'm sure you weren't around for that, but did Jay ever talk to you about how Vivi made a video about a chair? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
You make it sound like I'm analyzing a chair, like literally, wow, look at the wheels, look at the height of the chair, wow, what could this mean? That was not the point of the video. The point of the video was, I was just curious, what if Clockwerk had some sort of secret ally? That's it. I don't know why the video's so funny. Anyways, the point is, this. Look at this. This is what I asked BlueStripedRenulian to create. This is how I imagine Clockwerk coming back. Looking like a Transformer mixed with a bit of Savitar from the Flash series. But dude, Clockwerk doesn't have hands. He's an owl, I know. Their hands are their wings, pretty much. I know. But don't forget, Clockwerk had his mind, his brain, and a hate chip, which powered him off hate. That was his source of power. So if he still has his mind, the brain, which we don't really know what happened to it, all we know is that Arpeggio had it, but nothing else was mentioned afterwards. Although Clockwerk's hate chip was destroyed, his mind, his brain could still be out there, like I've said before. So pretty much, his mind, his being, his soul, which still could exist, can be easily transferred to any sort of mechanical body. So even if he is an owl, we're talking about his mind. Do you really think Clockwerk would limit his powers? Go back to his original form? I don't think so. Wouldn't he want to become stronger? Keep the wings to fly? I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. Why not have hands, arms, legs, you know, for more flexibility? I really love how the artist added his signature color, gray, and the yellow. And behind those yellow eyes, we have red, if you remember the cutscene from Sly 1. Why did Clockwerk decide to go from red to yellow? Why would he hide the color red? Okay, the Japanese version, there's no sign of any red, but let's just go with the North American version for now. I like how the red represents that. It's still Clockwerk. Under all of that mechanical gear, it's still him. I mean, his organic life form, we have red eyes. Sure, some of you will say, but dude, why are you pointing out the obvious? Yes, it's Clockwerk, red eyes, whatever, but all I'm trying to say is, sure, Clockwerk looks scary and all that, but underneath all of that, it's the old Clockwerk, who originated from perhaps 1350 BC. Let's go with that. So, if let's say he were to return like this, looking like this, why did it take so long for him to reach this form? Well, look, he's scary, so not everyone would bargain with him, assuming he worked with someone, and that someone in particular is the one who turned him like this. What still surprises me is how did Clockwerk, if let's say he turned himself like that, how did he handle everything with just wings? How would he handle stuff with that kind of size? Right? Now, someone with the guts of Penelope would team up with him. Why would Penelope join Clockwerk? Manipulation? Perhaps. That's an easy guess. If you guys played Kingdom Hearts, which is something I talk about on this channel a lot, especially this past week, you know that the main antagonist has made plans in advance. Time travel, this and that, keeping an eye on the main protagonist this whole time. So a villain who's made preparations for quite some time behind the scenes is not far-fetched. So what I'm trying to say right now is, if ever the team decides to go with the idea of Clockwerk's encounter in Sly 1 being a test this whole time, that'd be intense. I would love that. With that, of course, they need good writing. No loose ends, explain the intentions of the characters involved, and the whole plan of Clockwerk. Explain everything fully. It's not a movie, it's a game. I'm sure you can do it. If this was a test and had his brain, why would he risk getting destroyed? Because someone worked for Clockwerk behind the scenes. Hence the chair video I made. Tell me, what's so funny about that video? Like really, I don't get it. Someone working for Clockwerk, secretly. Just think of the potential the story has. If Penelope was a spy for Clockwerk this whole time, even if it meant faking having a relationship for Intel, oh, that is going to be huge. And be honest, if it weren't for those 8 years of waiting, Sly 4 coming out shortly after the third game, I don't think Penelope's betrayal would have such a huge impact on the community. For 8 years, fans have stuck with the idea that Penelope is a good person. Come on now, I mean, a raccoon with a cane and jetpack defeats Clockwerk just like that. An owl who lived for hundreds of years. I do not buy it at all. It's as if in Sly 1, around that timeline, he finally decided to make change of plans. He found someone with an incredible amount of potential to work for him and turn him stronger. And boom, Clockwerk 2.0 or 3.0. I prefer to go with the name 2.0 because it's a second new form. A lot of people go with 3.0 because of Clockla, but that was still Clockwerk in his original form. I'm talking about the body, not the different mind. And if Clockwerk does return this way, I want to see a full animated action scene with this. Just imagine Clockwerk 2.0 launching Sly through glass. He shows up out of nowhere. Just imagine a scene like that in your head. Something intense. Sly's just probably staring at the sky, and out of nowhere this bird, well, this owl, shows up and pushes Sly into a glass window, a building, an office, whatever, just to see that fear in Sly's eyes. Clockwerk's already terrifying, but I want him even more terrifying and stronger to really show us what our main protagonist is dealing with. And we need his backstory. A guy who lived for hundreds of years. Come on, you can't just have Sly defeat him like that. I just don't buy it. So I'm just gonna leave it at that for this video. So, will there be more Clockwerk vids? Duh, I ain't finished. There's going to be more. Go ahead and laugh, I don't care. But anyways guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, so as usual, leave all of your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching. Oh, before I forget, make sure to check out BlueStripedRenulian's work on DeviantArt. The link will be in the description below, and again, I thank her so much for taking the time to put so much effort into this drawing. I appreciate it a lot, and yep, that's it.